Hello, my name is Danielle McCulley, and the lesson I'm teaching today is money management. This lesson is intended for members of low-income families or families in general who have recently lost their jobs. These people have been selected because of the difficulty they're going through due to the current state of the country, and hopefully help them after when things get back to normal. This would be for both male and females between ages 20 to even 50. This is a classroom setting. The resources I will be using is a couple of questions in quiz-like form. After this lesson, the learners should be able to have a little better idea about money management, enable families to make the best choices regarding home expenditures and care, and I'm going to touch a little bit on food management and nutrition. As we all know, it's very easy to get caught up in grabbing something quickly out of a drive-through. But if we have just a little bit of a refresher on what is nutritious and things that you can buy that aren't expensive, I think it could help you budget your money a little bit better through these difficult times. Just one question, and tell me what you guys think. Why is money management important? I would like to hear how everyone feels about this topic and whether or not you even think it's important. My second question is, why is nutrition important? Or do you think it is? Give me some of the feedback that you feel why or why not nutrition would be an important part of this lesson. I'd like to introduce to you guys money management, especially small savings. Money management is key to the proper maintenance of a home. We need these skills to allocate the meager resources with maximum benefits. What that means is getting the most bang for your buck. Why is this one of the most pressing needs? This is important. You will appreciate the importance of using the limited resources sparingly. For you to get the most benefit out of this lesson, you have to be open-minded. Unlearn what you already know and accept the new skills that I'm about to teach you. You've got to be able to take criticism, ask questions. You must have critical thinking, self-discipline, and self-awareness. You have to know what comes first, what's most important, and how you can put all this together. It sounds like it could be overwhelming, but I'm going to teach you that it's not. These next few slides are going to be exactly how we can break it down and how you can budget and manage your money. This is just another suggestion for staying on track. Be able to compute budgeting calculation for just 2 weeks of a household expenditure using a handheld calculator, as simple as that, and just 2 weeks. This training will equip you with necessary financial literacy skills such as the use of calculators, which I know you know how to use a calculator, but have you ever used one for budgeting? Budgeting the money that you have spent on household items and the balances that remain. Put in your bills, your food, even you can put in a little bit of entertainment. Savings. This will prevent wastage and extend the time that you have and that your family can survive using the savings that they have. I'd like to ask you a couple of questions. This is where the critical thinking and open-mindedness comes in. How much money do you borrow from friends or family each month? How much money do you borrow from friends or family each month? Next question. What do you spend the bulk of your money on each month? What takes up the biggest part of your income every month? How much do you save each month? Can you save anything each month? Could you learn to save anything? Again, quick questions. How much money do you borrow from friends or family each month? What do you spend the bulk of your money on each month? And how much can you save each month? A few helpful suggestions would be having an idea about what is most important to you and your family. Have a conversation with them. See what you guys can keep and what you can take out for the time being. How can you keep everything in order? Again, this is also something you can discuss with your family. Everybody can help out. Here's a very helpful tool. This is a budgeting chart. Making a chart and staying on track could help you keep everything in order. It is hard to try to keep up without some sort of idea as to what is a priority and the percentage it takes up. For instance, here, this particular chart has housing at 35%. Housing is a big one. Transportation, food is also a big one. Your debt, personal and discretionary, whatever savings you can, if you can right now, utilities, clothing. Medical right now might be a little bigger just because of the state of the country. We've got to take that into account should somebody get sick. But other than that, you can put the numbers that you feel comfortable with. If your transportation isn't 15 to 20%, put it at what you think it is. Whatever savings you think you can have. And if you can't have any savings right now, you can take it out. And when you can start to save, put it back in. This is just a way to keep everything a little simpler, where when you see something on paper, it just makes it a little clearer. Hopefully, after this lesson, you will develop the skills necessary for financial accountability, which you can use to track your expenses and identify which expenses are necessary and the ones that are not. This is when there's limited money in the household. I'm not saying that you're going to be like this forever or that you have to do this forever. This is just to get you started with some sort of direction, some sort of plan. At times I know it can be overwhelming. Money is so hard to keep up with. Bills are hard to keep up with, especially if you start to fall behind. If you've got some sort of guidance or some sort of plan, it keeps it a little clearer in your head, and it really takes a lot of weight off your shoulders. I did say earlier that I was going to speak a little bit about healthy nutrition. As you recall, I said it is much easier just to go through a drive-thru and grab something off the dollar menu. I know this chart may be a little juvenile. This is stuff that we learned in 3rd grade. but it's easy to forget the fundamentals of basic nutrition. As you can see, we've got our fruit and vegetables, our carbs, bread, rice, potatoes, pasta. Then of course there's the healthy stuff, the meat, fish, eggs, beans, milk and dairy. That little slice right there are for food and drinks that are high in sugar. I know that sometimes that little slice gets a lot bigger just because of convenience and price. Healthy food is expensive. In conclusion, money management is very important when things get tight or when you unexpectedly need to start over and don't know where or how to begin. Being open-minded and organized will help you keep everything balanced, and it will keep you from getting overwhelmed. As I said earlier, if you could just take 2 weeks and set and budget your money with a calculator, you roughly know what your bills are. You also know what is important and what is a priority and what can be put on hold. It is also important to remember that if you stay organized and on track, you can save yourself from being in debt or having to borrow money from friends or family. It is easy for this to become an endless cycle of stress and not being able to catch up. I hope I was able to help and that you learned a little something about money management in this lesson. My name is Danielle McCulley, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you.